What's going on, guys? My name is Dano, and welcome to new Call of Duty commentary. Anyways, guys, this commentary isn't really about the gameplay. It's more about my life story that I have. So if you guys want to hear about this, stay tuned, listen. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Anyways, guys, besides that, I hope you enjoy the commentary. Okay, so this commentary is about how I almost got fired at work. I'm going to try to explain this to the best capabilities I can, guys, because this was about 3 weeks ago. I'm not really sure how it happened or why it happened. But anyways, I'm going to explain to you guys what happened, and here we go. Just for some background information, guys, I do work in a factory, just in case you're wondering. Alright, so these are 12-hour shifts. I work 11 to 11. So 11 p.m. to 11 in the morning. Anyways, it was about 5 in the morning, so it was lunchtime, and I had to tell one of my buddies that it was lunchtime. So I go into the booth, and I tell him, hey man, it's lunchtime, let's go. And he says, oh yeah, I'm coming. So, we get our boots on, and we're all walking. And, across the hallway, I hear someone yelling, Dan. And I didn't really listen at first because I was tired, and I heard it again. So I turn around, I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on, man? What do you need? And it was my supervisor. And I'm like, he was like, yeah, the CEO of the company wants to see you. I'm like, the CEO? And he's like, yeah, the CEO. I'm like, oh, okay, where do I go? He's like, yeah, go to the office. I'm like, all right, thanks. And as I was walking down to the office, I was thinking, okay, well, did I do something wrong? And just for some information for you guys, I don't really talk to anybody at work, right? I keep to myself. That's just the way I am. I talk to some people if it's break time, like I said. I told that guy it was break time. But I don't really have any in-depth conversations with anybody. And if I do, I usually know them from school, or I've known them for a while. So, as I was walking down there, I thought, okay, well, I haven't done anything wrong. I don't talk to anybody, really. So there really shouldn't be a problem. So he's probably just wants to talk to me about something. There shouldn't be a problem at all. So as soon as I walked in there, he asked me to take a seat. So what I did is I took a seat, and it was kind of silent for a little bit. And then this guy walked in. I don't know who he was or who he thought he was, but he walked in thinking he was like a boss or something, which he was not. So he walked in, and he took a seat, and he pulled up the code of conduct. For you viewers who don't know what the code of conduct is, basically code of conduct is basically rules that have to be applied to the employees at all times. So if you break those rules, then there will be consequences, and that's just the rules. So as he was reading the code of conduct, I wasn't really sure what he was saying because he had an accent. So basically everything that was coming out of his mouth, I didn't understand any of it. So as he was reading the code of conduct, the CEO asked me, do you understand? And he was nodding his head, and I simply just told him, no, I don't understand what is going on. So the CEO kind of gave me like a death stare after I said no. And the person who was reading the code of conduct continued reading. He didn't even stop at all. He just kept reading. I don't even understand what he was saying still. And, it was kind of like an odd situation at this point because the things that were going through my head was like, why am I here? Like, no one's telling me why, and I don't even know why I would be here in the first place. Why me? So, he finished reading the code of conduct, and then he asked me, so do you understand? After the CEO just asked me, and I said, no, I don't understand. And then they start saying I've been doing all of these things, which should not be done. They're breaking the code of conduct, when I didn't do any of these things. The first thing they said I did was throw a piece of tape at somebody. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, apparently throwing tape at somebody is assault. Anyways, this guy said that he saw me throw tape at somebody, and I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, because I didn't throw any tape at anybody, and he literally lied straight to my face and told the CEO that he saw me throw tape at somebody. I was mind fucked. Like, I didn't know what to say at that point. So, basically, I just told him that, no, I did not throw tape at anybody. I don't know why you think I did. Then he said I dumped hot peppers in somebody's lunch pail. Now, when he said this, I was thinking, okay, well, I heard about this. I heard about what happened. Basically, paprika is hot peppers. Somebody dumped a bunch of paprika in someone's lunch pail. I just heard about this. I didn't do it. I heard about it. And that's why I told him, right? I told him I heard about this, but I never did it. Why do you think it was me? And, they didn't answer. Really, they didn't answer why it was me. They just thought it was. I don't know why. And the last thing they said I did was harass an employee. I'm not going to give out the employer's name because I feel like I don't have the right to do that. Well, actually, if I want to give your name out, I can, but I'm not going to. But anyways, guys, when they called me down there, the first thing, I didn't know what was going on, right? And then they said all this stuff, and now they're saying I harassed somebody. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, obviously somebody said something, because why would I be called down there? The person who doesn't really talk to anybody, why me over somebody who talks to everybody? I mean, everybody. I don't talk to anybody, and why me? So somebody obviously said something. It's just common sense. So the person who read the code of conduct basically told the CEO that he has witnessed me harass this employee, which didn't make any sense whatsoever. So, I asked him, okay, well, how have you witnessed me harass this employee? And, basically what he said was, I cannot tell you. And I quote, guys, he literally said, I cannot tell you why. Oh, yeah, I left the part out where they wanted me to sign a sheet. It's basically stating that they have talked to me. I'll give you guys some information about that. The first thing first is that when they talk to you, that's just basically your warning, right? So you get 3 warnings. So the first time they talk to you, it's not even a warning, they just talk to you. The first warning is, I think, nothing actually. It's basically the same thing as getting talked to. The second warning, you get sent home. And the third warning, they fire you. So they wanted me to sign this, so I had my warning. Which I did not sign it, by the way, because there was no, why would I sign this for a warning for something I didn't even do? So, the CEO basically says, okay, man, you can go, and I'm going to have a talk with some other people. And, he was pretty chill about it, right? He wasn't mad or anything. I don't think he really knew what was going on at the time. But if it looked like the person who read the code of conduct got really mad, like he was angry, he got up and he's like, can I talk to you outside? And by the way, I had the right to say no, right? I can say no to this because it's freedom of speech, right? Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. But you know what? I gave him the right to talk to me. So, I'm like, yeah, let's talk. He said, let's go talk outside. I'm like, okay, let's go talk outside. So it's just me and him outside. And basically what happened, and this is basically what happened, I don't really know how to explain it another way. He basically told me that he wants me to stop doing what I'm doing. And I said, what does that mean? And he's like, I want you, I quote, by the way, I want you to stop doing what you are doing. And then he walks away. I didn't even know what to say. I had no idea what he wanted me to stop to do because it didn't make any sense. Anyways, when he walked away, I basically just thought in my head that, okay, I feel bad what happened, and maybe I'll just go ask this employee, how did I harass you? And this is probably not a good idea doing this because he'll probably just, go up to the supervisor and just say, oh, he harassed me again or something if it was him. But, I decided to take a chance, why? Because I'm just going to ask him, okay, did I do something to offend you or anything? So, I went up to him and I asked him, hey, man, have I done anything to offend you? Because I was just called down to the office because they said I have harassed you. So, if I did anything wrong, can you please let me know? Because, from the bottom of my heart, I generally, I am sorry, okay? For whatever I've done to say to you that offended you, I apologize. That's actually what I said, guys. And what he said to me was he never said anything. He never told anybody anything. He never talked to any supervisors, CEOs, never talked to anybody. He said he didn't even know about this. So, I'm thinking, okay, something's fishy here. Why is this happening if he didn't say anything? He literally just told me that I have done nothing to offend him at all. And yet, I was called down to the office basically because of him. So guys, anyways, as I'm working and stuff, I have to go to the washroom. So I decided to go to the washroom. As I'm walking towards the washroom, I have to walk past the lunchroom. And I see the person that they said I harassed talking to the CEO and the person who read the code of conduct. And, they didn't see me. I don't think they saw me. But they were talking. So I don't know if, he was telling them that I talked to him again, or they were just talking to him. I don't know what the story is, but I don't know. I just walked past him. That's all I know. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to the story. It made no sense. It was pointless. And if you think about it, they pretty much harassed me for something I didn't even do, because they sat me in an office. They pretty much asked me questions. I didn't do any of it. And then the guy basically went outside of me and said a bunch of shit that made no fucking sense and walked away. And it was harassment at itself. And I just want to let you guys know, if you ever be in a workplace environment, make sure you keep to yourself. Know who you're talking to, because if you are talking to a person who gets offended easily, this can result in anything. There could be a punishment. Luckily, there's no punishment for me. Well, at least I don't think there was. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and all that stuff. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace.